Hello and welcome back to Planet Zoo. We're in our northern wild zoo that is slightly lagging for some reason. With our 50 male antelopes. Yes, all of you, you're still male. You're still weird, I still don't want you. And is this water clean? No. Okay, yeah, I was thinking something here is off. I might do like a little stuff area here in the back actually if I'm gonna have more people here just for the obvious thing that is water cleaning and all that, right? What you can't do about it. It's starting off well. Anyways, yeah, today we're gonna do our wolf habitat over here probably. Yeah. And I'm gonna do a little more things, a little more stuff on the plaza. Nothing big right now. So for now I'm just gonna, I don't need a transform, I just need water treatment. I'm gonna pop this down here. Make sure that we have staff working on it. Then we have to ensure that all of our males are actually... Oh, but they have really good genes. Okay, well, I want to keep one of them. Why can I not? Do we not have a trade? I do have a trade center, yes. Yes, so why can I not send animals into trade center? Can I send you to trade center? Oh, because it's full. Ah, yes. Let me just fix that. I'm gonna sell like all of the adult animals here that I don't need. Because I'm not gonna have any of them in here anymore. I'm gonna maybe keep the pangolins. They actually have pretty decent stats and pangolins are really, really hard to get. Grizzlies and the brown bears, obviously I'm gonna keep. The llamas are gonna have to go. I never use those. I won't miss them. Go to a different zoo, llamas. Come on! Trade center in franchise is always a little bit of a, you know, they want to keep him. They have great stats. Can go. Yeah, I'm very biased. Swindle, if you're actually not good, you're gonna be released into the wild, yes. All of my males are aging up, but I don't need, like, you can only have one male before they start bashing heads, literally. So we're gonna have to quickly sort through that. Noah? Noah has really... I'm gonna put him in a trade center for now. Then we'll take a look at the others. There's, I think, Wyatt, whatever, however you pronounce that. And Wyatt just has better stats. Yeah, so that's the one we're gonna keep. We're actually gonna keep Noah. We're gonna sell Noah. We have a lot of credits. I might be able to get us some better wolves. Because I do have 2 wolves right now, but they're not particularly good. Right? However, I also want to have, like, snow leopards. I'm probably gonna save the money for snow leopards. And instead start my wolf habitat here. So, for the wolves, I actually want to do, like, a big thing. Not sure how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do, like, a wolf statue here, because I don't want to use this corner, right? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a basic barrier. I'm not gonna keep this barrier before anyone starts panicking. I just wanna outline where I'm going. Right, and then we're gonna do like a little bit of water around here. And then I'm actually gonna do like sort of a pretty big, yeah, pretty big. This is... It's gonna be very, very big. But the wolves say, what? Why am I even doing it? Yeah, that's a little better. Nope. Really game, really. Come on. I know you can do it. So this is going to be like the rough outline of a wolf habitat. And then in the back, I want to raise the terrain up. So we're going to start with that. Nope, the other direction. I want to raise the terrain up to do like a cave sort of structure. So this is going to take a while. which means that today is mostly going to be a building episode. As always, if you're not too much into building, like, I get it. Just a warning, today's going to be building. For those of you who are interested in it, we're going to do sort of like a... I'm going to use a bunch of rocks right now. That's going to look weird. That's fine. Because I just want the basic shape, and then we're going to terraform around this shape, okay? Like, we're going to do like a cave structure, right? So, for the wolves to hide in. And I just need rocks for me to actually be able to visualize that in my head. This is why I'm smashing down a couple of rocks here. I personally find it quite hard to work with like rocks and such if you're not used to it. Like, you only have a couple rocks, and after the time, you know, they look the same. Or they start looking the same. But I'm trying to just go for a good, like, basic shape here. Like, this is going to be the area that's actually going to have a mountain on top. And it's going to start somewhere around here. Like, I'm essentially trying to create shape for the interior of this whole thing. Like the wolf den, if you want to call it that. Maybe do it like this. Because that's what I'm going for, right? Like, it's gonna be sort of like a big cave where the wolves live in. And around that I'm gonna raise the terrain. I do want to have like sort of this stone area as a blueprint pre-built, I don't know. And let's start with raising up the terrain around that. So what you can do is, if you actually take the tool at a wow. Sorry, my voice is cracking. Give me a second. Water the rescue. No, it didn't. Well, it's gonna have to do. Okay, so we're gonna pull the terrain around here, right? We're gonna raise it up. So the stones are mostly the inside. I'm gonna leave some of them visible from the outside, but not too much. And then around here, I'm gonna flatten it out mostly. So do that, a small size, and pull that over here. Because what you can see here is that we're actually, that's not very straight now, is it? Whatever, sort of like this, right? Because if you don't pull from the ground, it's not actually going to pull from the ground, which allows you to do these sort of like cave structures here instead of having to do some weird, dodgy, I don't know what. It's actually a bit too high, I think. I wanted this tool. I don't think I wanted this tool. Go away. Go away further. Sorry if you can hear the excessive, aggressive clicking. Okay, down a bit further. And then we're going to try that same thing again. There we go. That should be roughly at about the height of... That is not straight. Well, it's okay. I'm going to use this as like a basic level, right? And then I'm going to build up from there. Basic idea is that you can build a cave that the animals can also walk on top of. So it's sort of a cave, but also a... Oops. You know what? Let's do it. Actually, let's make it a little smaller. It's like a cave, but also terrain that they can actually utilize. Which I really cared about because, you know, if the animals can't use it, why am I doing it, right? Is the correct way to use this tool? I doubt it, but I don't really care. Wait. Was it L? I think it was L, yeah. And then we're just gonna push ourselves in here and carve this out. So obviously for the animals to be able to use this, it has to be a little bit lowered into the ground like this, right? Trying to flatten this all out. Emphasis on trying. Because obviously the top floor thing is going away when I do that, right? But yeah, essentially we're gonna have this like low cave for our wolves. And I'm gonna try to integrate that into the terrain now. I don't know how. I'm not very good at doing these things. Like, there's a reason why I rarely ever terraform. It's not that I don't think it can look cool or whatever, it's just I'm terrible at it. So I try to avoid it as much as possible. Because I don't want to be that person that fails at terraforming every single. I have to pull this back a little further around here to actually encompass our rocks. Antelope is expecting offspring. Antelope. Why am I calling it an antelope? Not an antelope, it's an antelope. He's expecting offspring. Yay! Baby antelopes! Yay! Okay, well that's gonna have to do, I suppose. I'm gonna do a little bit of a terrain tool up here to give it some shape. I'm gonna smoothen it out, obviously. Know me by now. But I just want this to be not completely flat. And then we're actually going to take this at a size and use it to create like a layer up top, right? Like, I want most of this to be closed. It's supposed to be more like a mountain, maybe even like do a little thing like this down here. Because this isn't primarily a den, right? This is just an area that so happens to also allow for wolves to live in it, but it's just a natural terrain. It's sort of what I'm going for. I'm probably not doing very well, but that's what I'm going for. Let's go down. Weird nose. There we go. It looks weird, but I like it. I like it. Okay, so next we're gonna do water. I need water, you know me. You guys know me, I need water. I'm gonna do like a little bit of a pool around here. I'm gonna take away this barrier next because I know what I'm doing. I just like to use barriers to sort of give me an idea of where I'm going and where I'm not going. If I build like big freescaped habitats, which I very much am doing here. Okay. And I want to have like sort of a lake thing around here, like a river. Not like a river. It's gonna be like a very much like a forest looking thing, right? For our wolves. And I wanted to have this sort of like, yeah, that's pretty. Okay, I can see this working. I can see this working very, very well. Perfect. So now that I've sort of got the rough outlines down, I'm going to just get rid of the last bits here and figure out how I'm actually gonna do the barrier. Now, I don't have any fencing that I like to use for this. I mean, this might work. Do you know how much work that's gonna be? I'm gonna do like stone for the back piece, right? Because there's gonna be a lot of stone here anyways. And this is obviously gonna have to be glass. Now, if you have one-way glass, I would highly recommend using one-way glass for the hell game. For these sort of things, just because if you don't have one-way glass or, you know, whatever, then regular glass will have to do with, like, you can use glass panels, right? This is what I'm gonna do because these look terrible. If I unlock glass panels, which I haven't unlocked yet. Damn it. But we're gonna have to fix this a little bit anyways. Like, the wolves won't be able to go in there is all I'm saying, you know. To carve it out a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna carve out the whole thing, but I'm gonna carve out the bits where I actually want the wolves to live. You can do quite a lot by just... Oops, that was too much. Pushing against the top of the habitat like this, right? That was definitely... There's light coming in, yeah. But now, like, they can actually use this, see? I think that's going to be an okay wolf habitat. Yeah. Oh shit. No swearing on this channel. What I would like to say, but we all know I'm not going to manage to do that. So this channel is not child friendly, but probably already knew that. Yeah, that's the best I can do. Sorry. Always struggle with doing barriers. Like, that is for me one of the hardest bits, genuinely. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do wood. I'm not quite sure how I want to... Like, the hardest part of this is gonna be doing this bit here, right? This is when I'm gonna start working with stone. So, I'm gonna do... Oh, you know what? Maybe I can actually do it right along here. Are these straight? I don't know. Not a clue. Looks straight enough to me, and then I'm just gonna... Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, they're not straight. Are they? No. Yeah. Not good. I know that I could just go ahead and like use regular old wood fencing or something, but I don't want to. So while I'm building the fence, how about you go down in the comment section and tell me about your day and, you know, your life? 2021, the great year that is going to be better than 2020. Me and my friends keep on joking about how that is really not going to be a challenge. But let's be honest, we're all dreading the fact that it is going to be a challenge. Okay. But I'm optimistic, you know. We got aquatic animals. You started off well. I mean, that was last year, but, you know. The thought that matters. Now go away. Now here, I'm actually going to do something with the statue. So in case you're confused why I'm leaving this, like, I'm going to do sort of the figurine here, right? So I'm going to work that in. And I'm going to continue over here. The episode might be a little longer again, because it's a building episode, and I don't like to interrupt weird bits of my building halfway through. I hope you understand that. If you don't, I hope you have a nice day. Without understanding why I build the way I build. You don't have to understand, like... There's no law that tells you that you have to understand the idea behind my builds. They're usually just very chaotic anyways. Like, it's just 1,000 pieces of wood. For a bunch of wolves. I did a really, really nice wolf habitat once in, I have a series on this channel, like, it's an old series. I wanted to finish it, I never did, for I don't know what reason. It was like my Arctic zoo. And I did a really, really nice wolf habitat there. And again, I liked all the habitats I did in that one. I had a really, really pretty doll sheep habitat. And I had a habitat for wolves and one for elk, moose. And, you know, reindeer. This game is reindeer. Yeah, it's a little late, as you hadn't figured that out by my brain capacity. Been studying a lot because my finals are coming up. And they're being very friendly, not. So, yeah, I'm sort of just squeezing in episodes every now and then. It's not straight, is it? It's straight enough. So like I'm either recording really early in the morning before my classes, or really late in the evening when my brain capacity is too low for studying. Maybe not ideal, but you know. Okay, so now I'm just gonna keep doing this a little longer because I have a lake here. River. I have water. I wanna keep this going. I wanna make sure that all the water is within the habitat. This is, by the way, the most tedious way to do barriers. I guess it's a little worse if you actually make your own barrier pieces rather than just using pre-made fencing, but you can also just go ahead and copy that, so it's actually the same amount of effort. And it's gonna look better than using pre-made pieces, so yeah. Also, I'm gonna sort of do like a way for people to walk up top to view the wolves from the top over there, like over here, right? Like there's gonna be a viewing area here, but then also people can somehow walk up top and like, not actually walk on top, but you know what I mean. Walk over top the wolves. I want to do some stonework here. Now here we have to be very, very careful. We have to do relatively strong stonework because if we don't, the wolves are just going to jump out. Like, I've done these sort of habitats before. the main challenge is usually making sure that the animals can't use the stones that you're placing to actually escape the habitat. Because they will try, believe me. Like, they will try. So anything you do in the idea of like making it more climbable might actually be worse. Like, they can probably jump on there. I'll be honest, might not be the best idea. I'm gonna have to test that out once the wolves are here. What's that? Inspector has left. Okay. Inspector has decided that my zoo is still allowed to exist for another year. Thank you, Inspector. Appreciate it. And yeah, like then we're just gonna go and take a bunch of rocks, stones, whatever, and like put them around here. No, not that tall. Go down. Or whatever. Here. Better. And sort of like just work them into... Like this area is actually less problematic because it's such a tight... Like, you know, because the wolves won't jump down from the top, but here they might. So we might have to rework that a little bit once the wolves are actually here, but we'll see. But yeah, I won't have any barrier up here because I'm just gonna assume that the wolves aren't too stupid enough to try to jump down from here. If they are, we're gonna have to do something, but I'm just gonna trust my wolves to not be stupid. For now. If they prove that they are stupid, I'll have to figure it out. Let me actually see if I can just pull down some terrain around these rocks to make it look a little more realistic. You know, it's the little things like moving the terrain around your rocks. It still looks like crap, but it looks like that happy crap, you know. I'm trying to pull this through an area where can you please stay inside? No, you won't, will you? Like I'm essentially trying to get it to just stick to the inside here. Preferably at an angle where people won't see these weird sticks, but that's not gonna happen. So just raise this up for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna manually move this bit down. The issue is that you can't really terraform around barriers. Like, you can't go and be like, oh, let's just cover this, right? Barrier actually has its own border a little bit. Although it seems that with glass it works quite well. Some barriers are very, very finicky. Like, see that? Like, it creates this weird little dump here that I can't really do anything about. However, I can always just go and put a rock on top. So, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put a rock over it. Right now I'm mostly just trying to cover up the whole path. So, the whole path, the whole fence. And once I'm done with that... Yeah, that looks terrible. Close enough. Yeah, sure, that will work. Oh yeah, okay, that's still the old challenge. Let's check out how my vet research is going, actually. Yeah, pronghorn antelope is done, so we can do advanced research on the pronghorn antelope. For all of those of you who don't know about that, advanced research is going to enable you to give more information to the visitors, so the visitors will get a higher education rating, so they'll be a lot happier, I guess. This is definitely not going to stop our wolves. This is so not going to stop our wolves. Like, no, there is no way this is going to stop the no way, no, just no. What about like that? Still don't think it's gonna... I want to do a proper barrier, right? But if I do a proper barrier, it's gonna look like a proper barrier and not like natural rock work. But I don't want natural rock work. I want something that's gonna keep the wolves from running away. There, it's I don't think that that's gonna work. Whatever. I'm just lowering some rocks in here to make it look a little bit more natural. Because we're such a natural zoo, like... Yeah, it's so natural to have 1,000 rocks stacked on top of each other in a really, really odd shape that is going to prevent the animals from leaving their habitats. So very natural. Go into the ground. But yeah, I'm sort of trying to... That helped. Sort of trying to make this look a little more real by like having some rock work go up and around it. And then we're sort of gonna have to do the same thing around here. Because I don't want to actually like have a barrier go right into this mountain. I want all of this to be separate. So I need a barrier made of rocks until at the very least like here. Like, I don't think that the wolves are going to climb down from there. I don't think I have suicidal wolves. If I do, I need to change something, but I don't think they're quite that. I don't know. Like, you know, like I don't think that they're going to try to use this to get out. I don't know, maybe they are. Maybe that's the kind of wolves I have in this zoo. Well, I hope that it's not. That they're not going to use that to their advantage and, you know, try to find a way into freedom. Their habitats are better than freedom. Freedom is cold and there's rain and... Okay, rain is here too. But no free food, you know, you have to hunt, fight, all that stuff. My habitat is much better than that. Wolfies, just stay in here. Stay in here, you're gonna love it. I can guarantee that. Yeah, we're just gonna have to stack this up to fit like a sufficient height so that they can... Oh my god, this is terrible. This right here. Terrible. The wolves would definitely climb that. I think they're still gonna climb on that. I don't want to make it too tall, but like I need to make it wolf safe, right? What about like that? It's gonna look ridiculous, but it's gonna be wolf safe. It's not wolf safe. Why am I building something for wolves? Animals that can literally climb. Why did I think that this was a good idea? No, go back. Go in there. And then turn around. There you go. Perfect. It looks odd, but that's fine. It's allowed to look odd. It's a rock. Rocks always look odd. Right? Terraforming, you know, like you think, oh, I'm terraforming, it's gonna be fine. And then you realize that you don't just have to terraform. You have to make the whole place look like the terraform is realistic. Like this could be how the actual area looks, and then you realize that you have to place stones and rocks and stuff, and then you freak out because you don't want to. That's me whenever I realize that I'm doing terraforming. Like, until I'm halfway in, I'll be like, oh yeah, cool, terraforming, I'm going to do like this really, really great habitat, and then this happens. Okay, there we go. That is my very wolf-safe area. I don't know if it's wolf-safe. Gonna have to be. And I'm just gonna finish this off with more wood. It is definitely not going to be straight at all. As I placed it. Yeah, we're just gonna sort of like take these wooden bits and form some weird shape to connect them. That is not a straight line. I mean, like, you know, no 90-degree angle curves or anything like that. That's gonna make me go insane. Let's just start turning these a little. I'm already at 29 minutes. Okay, well, I should probably end the episode. I'm gonna finish the fence real quick and then I'm gonna end the episode. So, yeah. Thank you guys for sticking around. I know that the episodes sometimes get a little longer. But that's like, I don't want to end it halfway in, you know. This angle looks weird, isn't it? There. Oh, that's better. But yeah, I just prefer sort of finishing my steps that I'm at when I build. Instead of just cutting it off, because, like, why would I, right? Why would I ever make a straight fence? So yeah, next episode I'm gonna finish actually decorating, or like start and finish decorating this place. And then we're hopefully gonna get some wolves in here. And for those of you who don't know, wolves in this game live in groups where you have one alpha male and... yeah, good grief. One alpha male and one alpha female. So we only have 2 animals that are going to be mating. However, we can have however many wolves we want. So, like... I'm gonna have a bunch of wolves in here. Like, you can't have however many, but the pack size is pretty good. Like, pretty big. A wolf, timber wolf, does whatever a timber wolf does. Yeah, it's like up to 12. And that's, I think, pretty decent. Keep in mind that these are like predators, right? They normally need a lot more space. I'm just trying to go with that. Oh no, oh no, oh no. This angle is going to be so terrible. I had such a good angle. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this angle. Just a little bit. A little bit. I said a little bit. There we go. There, how does that go? That's terrible. This is the reason why I usually don't... like, I like doing these single piece things, but you just can't do any proper lines, and then it just looks crooked as hell, and then it just like looks weird, like you didn't even try. Like a 3-year-old plays that fence. I'm not 3. Promise. I'm old enough to play this game. I don't think a 3-year-old should play this game. They're gonna die. They're gonna be really, really frustrated, and then they're gonna die. No, I don't know. If you have a 3-year-old who wants to play Planet Zoo, they're very motivated. Let your kids play video games, people. You have kids. I played video games as a kid a lot, and look, I'm alive. I'm doing good. Okay, well, here we go. So that's our barrier, except for, of course, the front piece. Go away! Actually, why am I so stupid? There we go. Yeah. This is our habitat. That's way too big for 12 wolves, but whatever. And I'm gonna do a lot of trees and like more rock work around here and a little sculpture with wolves here. And we have 2.5 stars with 1 animal for some reason, because our guests are apparently really happy. I don't know. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. So as always, I hope you liked it. And I hope I'll see you again in the next episode. Don't forget to like the video and, you know, leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of my beautiful terraforming skills. And yeah, bye!